Here are the poorest countries in Asia based on GDP per capita. GDP per capita is often considered an indicator of the standard of living in a given country since it reflects each resident's average wealth. Number 10. India has a GDP of $1,637 per capita. Despite having the fifth largest economy globally in terms of GDP, about 21% of India's population equal to 269 million people live below the poverty line. Number 9. Pakistan is the ninth poorest country in Asia. With a per capita GDP of $1,279, about 40% of Pakistan's population lives in extreme poverty. Number 8. With a per capita GDP of $1,266, Syria is the eighth poorest Asian country. About 80% of Syrians live at or below the poverty level as of 2020, a 45% increase since 2007. Number 7. Myanmar is Asia's seventh poorest country. Myanmar's per capita GDP is $1,207. About 26% of the population lives in poverty, and poverty is twice as high in rural areas, where about 70% of the population lives. Number 6. Cambodia's GDP per capita is $1,197. As the sixth poorest country in Asia, Cambodia has very few human resources and widespread income inequality. Number 5. With a GDP of $1,004, Kyrgyzstan is the fifth poorest country in Asia. Kyrgyzstan has the second lowest gross national income, GNI, in Europe and Central Asia, and about 32% of its population lives below the poverty line. Number 4. Yemen has a per capita GDP of $851. According to the United Nations, Yemen is ranked 168th out of 177 countries on the Human Development Index, HDI, meaning that it is one of the world's least developed nations. Yemen's poverty stems from its civil war, corruption, and economic mismanagement. Because of the civil war, more and more Yemen residents are falling below the poverty line. Number 3. With a GDP per capita at $729, Tajikistan is the third poorest country in Asia. A lack of infrastructure stagnates Tajikistan's economy. Number 2. Nepal is the second poorest country in Asia. Nepal's per capita GDP is $718. Nepal's poverty is due to political instability and corruption, a lack of industry, and its dependence on agriculture. And number 1. Based on available data, North Korea is the poorest country in Asia, with a per capita GDP of just $651. Poverty in North Korea is attributed to poor governance by the totalitarian regime.